Welcome back to the Achilles channel, everyone. There is a revolution happening in the United States of America. The Reformation has already been created, that the United States of America is an oppressor nation. The US Imperialism has been oppressing the people of the world, and it's time to make a change. It's time to make a change. How have we been oppressing people? Through capitalism. That's how. It's not that these people who they say are oppressed, Muslims, people of color, poor, third world countries, it's not that their leaders and their religions have been oppressing them. No, 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 no. It's U.S. capitalism. It's U.S. imperialism. It's the American way of life that is oppressing these poor people in these foreign countries. It's the bottom line. No, 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 no. I know. Their leaders have a lot to do with it, but that's not the point. That doesn't create an oppressor nation. That doesn't create U.S. imperialism. So we need to ignore the oppression from these people's leaders and their religion. We have to ignore that. Okay? The U.S. is the oppressor. For example, we imposed sanctions on Iraq, Saddam Hussein. According to the UN, 500,000 children died because of those sanctions. The U.S. government, the UN, set up this oil for food to feed these people, and Saddam Hussein took that money and built palaces with it, and enriched himself and his movement, his goals, his plans. He funded it with oil for food. So those people died, but it wasn't Saddam Hussein's fault. It was the people who imposed the sanctions. U.S. imperialism. Okay? Al-Qaeda took down buildings in this country, killed up 3,000 people or plus. But it wasn't Al-Qaeda's fault. It was U.S. policy. The Imam says that America has more blood on its hands than Al-Qaeda. So you see, it's not Al-Qaeda. It is U.S. imperialism that is oppressing these poor people in their nations. Around the world, we are oppressing them. Forget the fact that they have their own leaders and they have their religions. Forget that. The point here is you need to focus on U.S. imperialism, and that's what they're doing. For example, our leaders create these policies, create these wars that go on forever, create rules of engagements which keep us fighting for years, which gives the impression that we are occupiers. You understand? When a war goes on for 10 years, 10 years, isn't that a little too long? Are you telling me that the U.S. military can't go in there and win a war? Of course we can. But if we go in there and we win a war, we destroy the bad guys, come home victorious, we can't be branded oppressors. So we must stay there. We must be occupiers. Our federal government wants to... Listen, the enemy of Islam, the enemy of oppression, the enemy of communism, the enemy of a big government, a totalitarian government, is the American people. So you must brand the American people as the oppressors. The people who caused this reformation around the world are the oppressors. Do you understand that? But they've turned it around and said that you are. You are, as an American. You are intolerant. We must be tolerant of all of these atrocities. Because it's against the oppressor. We're the oppressor. So it's justified. This is a revolution against the American way of life. This is a revolution against the United States Constitution. This is a revolution to push forth the fundamental transformation of America and what we are grounded on, what we are founded on. Laws. It's a way of, instead of people coming in here and assimilating. It's them coming in and transforming us to fit their needs, their wants. Because we don't have a leg to stand on because we are an oppressor nation. We have no moral high ground. We have no right to impose our beliefs or our culture onto these people because we are oppressors. We have no rights. And anytime we ask any questions, you can see we're intolerant, we're bigots, we're racists. It's because we are oppressors. If you want to understand what's happening in this country and around the world, you must read Saul Alinsky. You must look up Cloward Piven's strategy. And you must read You Don't Need a Weatherman to Know Which Way the Wind Blows. Because these are the plans that they're using. They're wrapping themselves in the liberation of the oppressed by transforming America, because America is the oppressor. They've made it perfectly clear to the world that we have been oppressing. They use our foreign policies, which our federal government controls, not the American people. These people who are controlling our government want more power for themselves. They are taking the power from the people and giving it to themselves, all under the guise of ending US imperialism, the oppression of US imperialism. Bottom line, you, America, you are the oppressor. And these people who are leading our country, who have created all of this, will now have the power over you because of this worldwide reformation. No longer are the people who caused the atrocities to blame for the atrocities. It is US imperialism that has forced their hand, forced them to do the things that they have done. We have done that. America, you are an oppressor nation, according to these people. God bless America.